I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the tomtoc UrbanEX-T65 Backpack, which I've been testing for 4 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So right off the back, as you can see, this bag looks a lot like an airbag. I have accidentally grabbed a similar looking bag, the Air City Pack, a couple times when I was testing this one. It's got a very sleek and very minimal aesthetic on the top with just like the one logo right here. And then that's really about it, aside from like the water bottle pockets on the either side. It's really nice, but it can be somewhat of a blessing and a curse just in the sense that it's very minimal. One of the issues that I ran into when I was testing this bag overseas in Italy was I frequently would try to like go for something and I would have to take the backpack all the way off and put the backpack on, so there's no quick access or anything like that. But one of the pros to that is that it's very sleek and it's very, it doesn't stand out. And so I found that that was really helpful, especially in crowded subways, not having to worry about like, oh, if somebody's standing behind me, is somebody gonna try and get into my bag? And another thing that I really liked about this bag is on the side, the zippers come all the way down into the water bottle pockets a little bit. And so I found it's really easy to just hide the zippers back there. So I never had any issue with security or anything like that. But aside from that, there's not really a way to lock the zippers. So I found this bag to be perfect for like daily commute, but not necessarily travel. So it wouldn't be my go-to. The water bottle pockets on both sides can fit a standard 24-ounce water bottle. I tried to fit a 32-ounce, but it just seemed a little like it didn't fit properly. The sides sit fairly flush to the backpack, which is really nice, but expand a decent amount. So that was really cool. Let's see, that's about it for the side or for the external aspect of it. So as for the harness system, there are two grab handles, one on the top and then one on the side right here. The one on the top is pretty minimal. It is not the most comfortable, whereas the one on the side is a little bit more padded, so it feels a little bit more comfortable to grab. I definitely preferred this implementation over the top, but I almost never grabbed this backpack when I was traveling with this handle. It was always like this handle to get it on and off, so that's just something to keep in mind. As for the harness system, there are two little attachment points on either strap, which I found to be really nice for hooking AirPods on or sunglasses specifically. I use that a lot. And the shoulder straps themselves are really comfortable. They're made with like a really nice plush material so that they're very like soft. I wore this backpack for several hours and never had any issues with it digging into my shoulders or being uncomfortable. The back panel is also really cushioned. It's got like a good amount of padding in it, and then in between the two sits a luggage pass-through, which if you do put it on, it sits like this. So just keep that in mind if you have a water bottle or anything in the sides. So this is what it looks like on. The straps, like I mentioned, are really comfortable. It sits fairly well up against my back with no issues, doesn't dig into anything. I will note that the straps are not the easiest to adjust. I would have to frequently use two hands in order to actually get it, just because it's like a little stiff. Whereas a lot of times using just one hand is ideal, but like I said, it's not the easiest to adjust. So taking a look inside the bag, on the front is a nice zipper that expands basically halfway down. And inside you'll find a really nice blue accented interior, which I'm a huge fan of. I didn't think that I would like it as much as I did, but it's kind of like a nice way to break up the all black aesthetic. So inside there's a document sleeve right here that comes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. Inside I just have a little notebook sleeve, and then a mesh pocket on this side, one more slip pocket, a pen holder, and then a key leash. Aside from that, this is basically just like another cavern where it kind of just goes the full length of the bag. And I found that this level of organization is really nice just because it had all of like the organization here at the top, whereas at the bottom, if I wanted a little bit more like storage or organization, I could just throw a pouch in there and it would be set basically. That was one of the only issues that I had with this backpack, was that there wasn't the same amount of organization that I'm used to. And so to me, that was kind of like a letdown, whereas I found myself constantly looking for, oh, where was this? And it shares like 4 pockets, basically. I have like 3 things in one pocket, and it's kind of just a little bit irritating. So just something to keep in mind with that. But aside from that, that is basically it for that pocket right there. So then, moving along to this back pocket, another bag, or another one that comes basically down halfway. And so inside I just have a little change pouch and phone. It fits a 16-inch laptop. And here I just have my MacBook Pro. And as you can see, this has like a very nice plush fabric to help prevent scratches or anything like that, which is really soft and really comfortable. And then in front of it is another sleeve that can be used for tablets, notebooks, documents, magazines, etc. It goes all the way down. And then on the other side of the compartment is a mesh pocket with a little bit of stretch. And then in here I just have another pair of headphones and a portable charger. And so the rest of this kind of just functions as like a cavern. You can see that. And I found this expands really nicely to the point where it doesn't look overly bulky, but when not in use, it sits very flush and it's pretty slim actually. So I was really surprised by how much it expanded and how much like I could store in here. I managed to store like 2 or 3 jackets plus some fruits and vegetables from a local farmer's market, and never had any issues with it being like overly stuffed or filled to capacity basically. So one thing that I do want to note as well is that the laptop sleeve is basically just a pouch that sits inside of this compartment. So it's not super well lifted. Maybe like from like that amount is from the edge of the backpack, or the edge of the laptop compartment, the sleeve, to the bottom of the bag. So that's just something to keep in mind if you put your laptop in here, and you probably don't want to just like drop it or set it down very abruptly. So there you have it, the tomtoc UrbanEX-T65 Laptop Backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.